Well, thank you for clicking, I really appreciate it. You know, it's the hardest part of making videos. Anyway, today, what I've been doing is cracking on with the wife Summerhouse. I've been building this decking in front of it, and yesterday I started putting the water to it, which is really alien to me because I was a sparky for 10 years, and plumbing is just something I've seen in the distance other tradesmen doing. So I've got to go pick up a big ass order from Screwfix of plumbing bits, and then try and fit them as best I can, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. More importantly, right now, I want to check this. I've been leaving this out, and I usually have that board on top of there, but last night it was raining and really windy, so I wanted to check that this is dry, which thankfully it is, which means it was windy after it finished raining. But also I want a quick look at this trampoline to make sure that board hasn't ripped the expensive fucking trampoline. It looks okay. Thankfully I think it was just a straight flip, not so much a dig in, so that's okay. Anyway, I'm gonna crack on. I'm gonna get changed. I'm gonna go up Screwfix, and I want to get water to this summer house today. That's my goal. It's always good to have a goal. Like, comment, subscribe, and everything, and I'll catch up with you at Screwfix. Myself away from the house because my eldest is skiving school today, and he's just watching Warhammer Battle Reports in the living room. So he's like, "Oh, Dad, like this time in. Oh, Dad, this." And I'm like, "I need to focus, kid." You know what I mean? Right there. Let's have a look. See who's in. Anyone we know? Donuts. Trying to kill us with sugar. Hello. Donuts.
Hello.
Hello. I've got a collection today. Collection plumbing things. I know. This is a big deal for me. I've only ever bought cable and electrical related items before. Today I'm a plumber.
You sure?
I've transformed. Have you got any other that size that you got in stock? I'm going to sort this out and then catch up with you after.
Hello, Rob.
Hey up, hey?
How you doing?
I'm alright, you good?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I don't think that's too bad. Alright, let's put the pipe there. It's very long, as long as it don't smack into my eye pillar. Because for the first time in my life, I've got a nice, tidy van. Fuck me, my first van. Oh god, yeah, I remember that fucker. Oh, it was half a van and half just spares and bits I could get from this scrapyard that was like 40 minutes away. I swear I had a week where I was back and forth to that scrapyard. I managed to get it up and running for like 500 quid. But yeah, that was it did the job though. It got me going. It did. And then my other van that was on finance, that was an ex-Sky van. My other one with Vivaro. Vincent the Vivaro was my old van, and that died a death about 2 years ago. Anyway, I always wanted a transporter, and I got one now. Not a brand new one, but you know, nice one. Anyway, let's get home. Let's start scratching my head with this fucking plumbing. I ain't gonna lie, this is 50% my own general practical knowledge mixed with ChatGPT. So my idea is to get back with all the plumbing bits, sit there, get my fucking chat button, go, right, what do I do next? And if I feel like it makes sense and I can do it, then I'll do it, and then I'll go on to the next step, and I'm just going to keep going like that. And then if I get to a point where I'm stuck, I've got an old boy plumber that I used to do jobs with, and he said he'll happily pop round next week and have a quick look with me. I'm just being impatient because that's next week, and it's Wednesday today. I don't want to wait, I want to get it done. Anyway, let's get the fuck home. Yes. Like, comment, subscribe. Right, back home, looking at all my stuff. Got my waste pipe, got a bit of copper pipe, clips, new tap, waste corners and straight joins, clips. These are to go from the copper to the blue pipe that I've got outside. So you wouldn't think there's over like 200 quid's worth of it, it's just crazy. Their inserts, bottle, waste. That's the actual like plug thing. Then I've just got T's, corners, tap. So the idea is where I'm connecting the water on this outside tap there, I am going to put, where did I just have it? This thing. Whoop. So then in the winter, we can isolate the water here, open the tap in the summer house, that will drain the water out of the high bits, so the only water will be sitting in the low bit, which if you watch yesterday's vlog, you'll see is the pipe that is now nicely buried in the ground. So then do that at night time, then the following morning, just turn it all back on, so she shouldn't ever be without water in the summer house. Right, let's get all this shit out there and start to figure out what the fuck we're doing. I'm relating a lot of this to my electrics because I was sparky for like 10 years. So when I used to do me sparking, I used to like starting at the end and working my way back to connecting it at the fuse board or wherever I was going to get my supply from. So I want to do it kind of like that. I want to do the summer house inside that bit, get the sink all connected up, get all the pipe work done there, and then do the main connection at the water last. So, you know, a lot of stuff like that correlates well with my electrics. But yeah, I'm going to get all this. There's the skiving child that should be at school. And yeah, let's see how I get on. Right then, we are in the summer house. And if you've been watching my vlogs, you've heard me say this enough times. I did this whole summer house for the wife, like from scratch. My garden gym used to be here. I've got a vlog series in my playlist where I vlogged for a whole year, doing my workouts in the gym that was here. I've just started editing this video. It scared me for a bit because it's like 350 gig, but now I've finally got an external SSD that I can finally start editing this video. So it's going to take me a while, but I will get it out. Right, so here we have sink. I'm already thinking I need a cap for there. We have a hole, and then underneath, what I've already got wired up is this heater, which I've got wired into that spur there. So I'm hoping we've got enough room for the waste to come down and everything else. But when I did this lead here is really long, because I was bearing in mind for one of the plumbers I know to do it. So I was like, that thing we can literally take out and bring all the way over here if I need to. Right, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I've like I said, I've got a general idea. I know I keep saying it. I'm just gonna lay all my bits out, get me chatbot and be like, and I'll call it chatbot, it's ChatGPT, and just kind of be like, right, between my general knowledge, my ex-tradesman knowledge, and its knowledge, I think we can knock this out. It can't be that difficult. Let's see how I get on. Fingers crossed. Like, comment, subscribe. Please. No, I don't say please. That sounds begging. Fuck off, right? What the fuck are you doing? It'd be nice if you enjoy the videos to subscribe. Maybe like the video, and if you've got any thoughts, drop a comment. Yes. Nothing ever goes 100% to plan, does it? So you'd have already seen on the outside that blue pipe. As I was drilling the hole, I was like, I really need to like be able to feed the pipe up into the hole, don't I? I was like, so I'm gonna have to undig a bit. To be honest, it didn't take me that long, to be fair, just to uncover it I've just got a bucket with a load of stones in, just put that on one bit of the pipe so it didn't like lift further. But actually it bent quite nicely without kinking, and then like I shoved it back up. I did do the hole bigger than I thought, and I used half a tube of silicone just to glob it up. I'd like to just chuck some expanding foam in there, but the missus has a super phobia of spiders, so there was no chance of me leaving a gap there for like any amount of time. And I had half a tube of silicone, so I was like, fuck it, I just bollocked it all in the hole. So it's messy, but it does the job. So that was the first little hiccup. The next one is the pipe. Just come up, like obviously I can move it a bit, but it's pretty much coming up right where that bracket there is where the heater hooks onto the wall, like there. So I've tried to move the pipe over like that and hook it on the wall. It just ain't fucking happening. So what I've done is I just want to cut these two, because obviously it hooks in there, but then this bit rests on the wall. So I've went and cut one to redo that, to put that on there, and then another piece that will go there. So basically I'm just going to put them on the wall like that, with that bracket there, and then hook the heater on like that, and then that thing should be fine. So yeah, something like that. It's all good fun, isn't it? Right, I'm going to crack on, get that mounted back on the wall. So at least now we've got the blue pipe in here. The blue pipe is in the cupboard. I'll just get that mounted back on the wall and then see what the next step is. But I'm fairly confident so far. Touch wood. Yeah, like and subscribe. It's good for my channel. Wish me luck. Right, okay, I've had a little lunch, and it's just been a lot of thinking, to be honest, since I got back out. So I've knocked this up now. So the water incoming, which is behind there. So move the heater out of the way. So water incoming there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a little U. So it's going to come up and over, and then I'm going to sit that there. So then the water can carry on from that one connection then into the cold. Bollocks. So then that will go from there across round into this, and then that bit, that's just for like the expansion. I think if there's pressure it needs to release it, so I'm just going to come out of that, which will be there, and down, and just drill another hole under the floor. I've watched some videos and stuff, but they're all done inside a house, so obviously you can't just drill a hole through the floor in the house. But because we're in a summer house, I can just put a bit of pipe off that down straight through the floor and out, so any excess water, pressure, whatever, it can just dump it there, so that's fine. I need compression fittings to fit on top of here, so I've got to go screw fix and get them. But what I don't want to do is get the screw fix for that, come back, start working on the actual sink tap bits and whatnot, and find I need something else. So I'm going to start getting the sink bits together, see how that goes, get them in place, and then I'll know if I'm missing anything else and whatnot. So I know I'm going to have to do another hole still for the actual waste from the sink, and I'm going to need a hole for that as well. I might be able to plumb that into the waste. I'll check that. That might be an idea. I'm 50-50 between comfortably confident and worried. Yeah, look, already I'm like, where I put these on, I watched a video and they wrapped it in PTFE tape first, so I might take those back off and do that. And any other threaded joints, I'm just going to put PTFE tape on, just to like make sure. Something going on with my batteries. I changed the battery and this is still 15%. You didn't need to know that. I'm sorry. Like and subscribe. I am going to carry on. Hope you're having a good day. honestly, I've not realised the fucking time. Like, I've just spent so much time just fucking around, looking, thinking. So, this is too big, this waist. When that waist is on there, it's just hitting that. Which was something I was thinking about. I was bearing that in mind the whole fucking time. I was like, how is this going to space with the waist? But I thought I'll just fucking deal with it. I don't like take it as it comes. Anyway, there's another one at Screwfix. It's got in stock. It's a shallow one. So that should do the job. And I thought, very worst case, I could probably put an elbow on it and bring it like to one of the sides and then out. Because I've got enough waste pipe and angles and straight joints, and I've ordered some solvent weld as well. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a longer bit of copper there so that this comes up, because then the cold can just fit straight onto that T, and then all I've got to do is come out of this one, then put that through it to cold up the hot, or to cold up the cold feed. So yeah, I just need a compression joint for the top of here to put some copper into it. Luckily the hot will go directly on top, so that's fine. So I need a compression joint for there. I need the small waist. I need a little cap for there actually as well. And I might see if there's any other fixings for sinks, because I don't like this gap. And I don't really see how that's meant to pull it down. But yeah. So yeah, I'm going to have to get to Screwfix before the school run, get the other bits I need. Sorry, my battery died in the middle of talking to you. I think my charger ain't working properly. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to run Screwfix, get back to the school run, and then I might get another hour or so in there before we go out in a bit. I'm getting there, slowly, but this was to be expected. I've never done this before, so I'm happy that I'm progressing. But I'll catch up with you in a bit. Oh, back from the school run, back from Screwfix. I feel like I just need that theme music, don't I? Like that, this compression fitting that I've got to go here. That is to go with that. And I was like, it ain't got a rubber washer, blah, blah, blah. But I'd fitted that thing on top. But that can go on top. And this did have a rubber ring. So I was like, well, fuck that then. I'll just have that going straight on with the rubber ring. Little things like that. And then now, obviously I cut the hole for the feed to come in earlier. But now I'm like, well, I need another fucking hole for the waste. And potentially another little hole for the one coming off of that. So either way, now I'm like, well, I need to drill down here again, which means I need to take that fucking wood off that I already put there. You know what I mean? When it's like, right, okay, figure the solution, put that wood there. Now I need the wood off again to drill another fucking hole. Just fucking... See, to carry on, don't I? We're getting there though, we're getting there. I'm touch wood, I think by the end of today, this bit will be finished. Worst case, I'll have to finish it in the morning. But I'd like to go to sleep tonight knowing that in here is done, and that I've just got to carry on in tomorrow, the other end connected to the tap. We shall see. God, I feel like I've been in here all fucking day, and I feel like I've done loads, but it looks like I've hardly done anything. But I feed the tap's on, the drain's in, along with that bit, so that's nice. So that kind of looks cool now, it looks like it's doing. I've got the waste on, trap on, I've got that bit on, I've got the waste going out and down. I've ran it underneath the Summerhouse, it hasn't got a big fall on it. It's almost fucking flat for the length of the Summerhouse, but then the last 3 metres I can put a big fucking drop on it. So I'm hoping that'll just be enough, because it's only going to be a little sink for in here. I ain't going to have like you know, a normal kitchen sink or like... Anyway, so that's that done. The next thing was for this, because I've lengthened that pipe, so the cold for the tap, the flex, goes directly onto the T, so that saves me a join. The hot flex will reach directly onto the heater, so that saves me a join, because I'm trying to go off the idea of less joins, less possible leaks. So yeah, the next thing is this, which is going to go up there, because I've got to come, because this is the cold coming in, now it's going to be the cold feed for the tap, and then it's going to come off round to this, and what it will be is it will come into here, out, round, and into that to give cold to the heater. And then this, it's like basically like a waste, like it's an expansion valve, isn't it? I think it's when there's pressure in there and it can let some off. So I'm just going to put it straight out the floor, but then I was looking like, oh, where best to put it out the floor, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's been 2 hours since the school run, the wife's in the house on her own. I'm like, right, you ain't going to get this finished today. So just call it quits, have a quick tidy, get back in the fucking house. The boys want to play Warhammer. So I think I'm just going to tidy up now, call it a day, and I'm just going to carry on tomorrow. So like, comment, subscribe and all that jazz, and be sure to catch me tomorrow where I'll be finishing this and hopefully even getting it connected that end and actually getting some water in here and see if I've got any leaks or not. Wish me luck. I'll see you in tomorrow's video.